Well, hello there, and welcome back to Field Trips. I'm Robert Field, for those of you that don't know me. If you missed last week's episode, my little brother from another mother, Max Moore, and I went and did some bass fishing on a new lake that we had never been to with our buddy Matt Scotch. And at the end of the day, after we spanked the bass, Matt had apparently been running a little covert op mission to catch some crappie, and he gave us about a dozen crappie at the end of the day. So I told Max we would cook them up today here in the RV, the Keystone Cougar, my home on wheels. I wasn't gonna film this. I just don't know if you guys care about cooking, but Max convinced me, everyone's kind of quarantined, stuck at home. This might be the perfect time to show you guys how I like to cook up fish. This is sort of a universal recipe, works for any kind of fish, and it is a crowd pleaser. So if you're into cooking, if you like cooking fish, if you like eating fish, come along. Even if you don't, you're gonna see later, non-fish lovers love this recipe too. I got proof for you here at the end. But we're gonna get started right now. Come on inside my humble abode. It's gonna be good, yo.
Here, I can be like you.
Yeah, almost.
Like,
almost.
yeah.
Almost sit on my shoulders. You ready?
I'm waiting on you.
You feeling good?
I'm ready to eat crappie.
Ready? I am too.
I know.
Hey guys! I already hate it. Never mind, I quit. I'm over all this. I don't even want to do this anymore. You ready for real?
What, you think I just changed my mind right now? Like,
No, I'm not ready.
never mind. I'm going to the house. Gotta go get something. Yeah. I'm ready.
Alright guys, so we have time traveled until the next day. We did not get a chance to fish for crappie. Like, we had big plans. I had big plans to fish for crappie. Both of us were tying on crappie jigs as the weather turned for the worse. Got a little gnarly.
Like, real gnarly.
Real gnarly.
I almost flipped.
Max almost flipped. He was also playing in the waves, so don't feel bad for him. But Matt was generous enough to give us about 10 crappie, huh?
Yeah.
He gave us all the crappie that he caught. So we figured we're going to cook them anyways. We might as well show you how we're going to cook up these crappie, even though we didn't catch them. It's not technically a catch and cook. It's like a catch and bass and then swerve cooking crappie.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
It's like clean and cook.
It's like clean and cook, yeah. Something like that. So Max cleaned up these crappie, and now I'm going to show you, kind of out of necessity, my grandma's super secret, very simple recipe for frying really any fish. She always uses it for catfish, but it's going to work great for these crappie. So coronavirus season is in full swing, and what I would normally do with these crappie is use flour as kind of the base. I can't find flour at any store.
It'd be like your batter stuff.
Right. I went to 3 different stores trying to find flour to batter these fish in. It's sold out everywhere. So everyone that's preparing for the end of the world, don't worry, you're going to be floured up. You got flour for days. You're going to be good. So instead, we're going to use cornmeal. But before we get into any of that, first things first, you never, ever, ever want to fry fish that's wet. You want to dry it off. If you're cooking meat of any kind, you want to dry it off. And that goes from grilling steaks to frying fish. So first thing, Max Moore here is going to dry off these fillets using some paper towels so that they're ready to fry. Ooh, rolling up the sleeves. I see you, bro. I see you.
I want to get the natural fish in, like all nasty.
Okay.
Okay, we're just going to get fillet by fillet. Set them on the paper towels, make sure it's all doubled over. We have like 4 layers on this sucker.
Yep.
And, yeah, we got some nice big crappie. Matt's sister actually caught a big black crappie.
She caught some studs.
Yeah. I don't think they have bones in them, but don't take my word for that.
Well, it's on you if they do, bruh.
Well, I did do it with a hand. Oh, there's the other black crappie fillet. Okay, and then we were just going to fold it over, but now I'm just going to take a paper towel and just kind of like...
Because we got too many fish. Yeah. Thank you, Matt.
I know.
Nice and dry, nice even coating of dryness. Even coating, I don't even know what that means.
Hey, I wasn't going to question.
I appreciate you not jumping on that. Okay, so now we are going to season up the fish fillets. I'm going to use today the Traeger Fin and Feather Rub. I've actually never used this, but I just got a Traeger and I picked up some of their rubs. It smells amazing, so I think it's going to be good. We're going to season the fish fillets, and then separately, we're going to season kind of the batter, if you will. Now, for the batter, I'm going to use today yellow cornmeal because I can't find flour. But luckily, I saw this in the grocery store and I realized that I first learned how to cook and catch fish from my grandma, Georgia Burdell Blacklock was her name. Georgia Burdell. That's real. I didn't even make that up.
That's a cool name.
She taught me how to cook up fish, and this was her go-to recipe for catfish. And now I think for any white, flaky type of fish, this is going to be perfect for. But really, I think this can work for any kind of fish. This is one of those recipes that, like, you can serve to a family gathering. Nobody is going to dislike it. This is a very universal way to cook up fish. But first things first, we're going to put some of this fin and feather rub on the fish. Then we're going to mix up our batter, mix it up. I'm going to add some black pepper, some garlic powder, and some sea salt to that. We'll mix that up in a bag. And once the fish fillets are seasoned, then we'll toss in 4 or 5 at a time into that bag. Make sure that they're evenly coated, and then we'll be ready to start frying them up.
Yep.
Okay, we got the fish seasoned now. Now we're going to basically get our... You already had it open. Just thinking ahead. I'm not keeping up. Now we're going to season this yellow cornmeal. This is just Aunt Jemima's, which he was joking about. Aunt Jemima's cornmeal. Yellow cornmeal, nothing special. And again, flour would normally be my go-to, but you really can't go wrong with yellow cornmeal either. We've got quite a bit of fish, so we're going to do quite a bit in here.
Yeah, because you want it to have like an even coating. You don't want just to barely skim it. You want it to be like submerged.
Totally. So we got yellow cornmeal, and now this stuff is not seasoned. So we're going to add sea salt, which Max was trying to explain to me how he thinks sea salt is harvested, which was wrong.
I'm
just kidding.
Hand harvest it, handmade.
We're going to do a bunch of black pepper because I love black pepper.
Yep.
You know that.
Yep.
You already knew that. And then granulated garlic powder.
A lot, my dad would say.
Yeah, cannot go too heavy-handed.
Is that garlic and black pepper?
On the garlic powder. Nope, but it's got some, like, I don't know, chives in there or something.
Yeah, then that's real good.
So season up your cornmeal.
Shaker. Fill her with air and shaker.
And now we're going to shake this guy up.
You don't want to get like one fish that has just too much salt, one fish that has
Right.
too much pepper.
I'm just kidding. I am used to how small my house is.
I was going to say, I mean...
Okay, so now there's a lot of oil choices you could use here. If you're going to deep fry your fish, I really like peanut oil the best. We're not going to deep fry the fish. We're going to pan fry the fish, which really, to me, the only difference there is that they're not going to be submerged in oil. It's just going to be a smaller layer of oil. Mm-hmm. I don't have peanut oil. I don't have a deep fryer. So we're going to use extra virgin olive oil because that's what I've got on hand. It works great. And we're going to use this electric skillet mostly because I live in an RV and propane is precious. It costs money. It's a limited resource. Electricity, at least right now, is unlimited. So we're going to use this electric skillet. Not ideal. We're going to put this extra virgin olive oil in there. Let it start heating up. Now, the key with this is that you do not want to put your fish in this cornmeal until you're ready to drop them in the oil. You don't want them sitting there in the cornmeal. They start to get weird. The cornmeal starts to get kind of gummy because there's still moisture on these fish. It just starts, like by the minute, they get worse. So you really want to be able to mix these into the cornmeal and then immediately put them into the oil. So don't put your fish into the batter until you're ready to go, till your oil is heated up to where you want it to be to fry. Now, I'm not using a thermometer of any kind, so to me, the oil is going to be ready to fry when I can drop a little bit of this cornmeal in there and it starts bubbling. That's how I check. Cool? You good with that? You agree with all that, Max?
Yeah.
Yeah? You on board with that?
I heard all of it.
I didn't ask if you heard it. I asked if you agree with it.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sure.
I mean, I'm just eating it.
I'm just along for the ride. I like it. All right, so now the thing is about extra virgin olive oil is it's expensive, and we are going to need,
a lot,
because this pan's so big, quite a bit. Like just all of this. We're just gonna use all of this.
That's fun.
Yep, that's like $79 worth of EVOO right there. That's okay. Actually,
serious?
No.
I'm
not serious.
$79.
No, I'm joking. So I'm actually gonna put a little more.
This stuff's really expensive. Pulls out like 8 other bottles. Like...
Oh, Girl, I got EVOO for days. We're gonna use a little more.
Actually, we'll just use the rest of it.
Yeah, actually, let me get all that. Okay. Max, how about you put in some fillets into that?
Fillets?
Some fillets? What are you, Australian?
No, that's actually how they call it.
That is how they call it in Australia, but we're in Texas, boy.
That's how you're supposed to
These
call
are
it.
fillets. We are French and fancy.
Wait, so does that mean they call a filet mignon a fillet mignon?
Possibly. They also call a buffet a buffet.
Buffet.
Yeah.
So would it be Jimmy Buffet?
Maybe. All right, so why don't you grab however many you think can fit in this pan.
Okay. Well, there would be like...
I mean, it ain't a math quiz, bro. Just...
It would be like 6 to 12.
Okay.
Like
You
double.
just stick however many you think can fit into that bag.
Well, we need to eat those big black crappie fillets. Ooh. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. You want a little air in the bag so you can really shake it up. Now shake her on good, man. I mean, relax, dude. They're just fish fillets.
It actually helps if you roll it up and then you...
There you go. There you go. Oh, God. Awkward.
Who didn't turn their ring?
It's my aunt. Lori, I'll call you Aunt Jemima. No, not that aunt. My Aunt Lori. She's delightful, but she's not named Jemima. All right, bro. That looks probably good. That's probably good to go.
Yeah.
All right, so cornmeal is ready to go. There's fish in it. They're ready to go. And now the oil is pretty... it's sizzling, as Max says. We're ready to go. So, yeah. You ready to drop some of these bad boys in?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Don't.
Yep.
Okay, glad you're ready. Don't. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Oh, yeah. That's what you're looking for. Not really. Actually, doesn't seem hot enough. Dang it.
Oh, yeah. That's what you're
That's what you're looking for. Zoom in on it a little bit. Get them bubbles, boy. Get them bubbles, boy. Woo! Look at that. Gee Willikers, that looks good.
Beautiful.
Good. Yeah.
One hole for lemon one.
Yeah, this is looking good. This is looking real good.
Hold on. I gotta get this good. I'm gonna tag Matt.
Yeah, man, for the gram.
The gram?
You're right, actually. This is why I suck at my job, because I always forget to. And I'm messing up your video, sorry.
No, you're good.
All right, y'all, now that we're done Instagramming it, this is not going to take long. This is like a 3, 4, 5 minutes on each side, assuming they're small crappie fillets, which crappie fillets are inherently small. You don't like tartar sauce?
I've never had it.
Bro.
I didn't.
You've never had tartar sauce? Oh, we changing that today, boy.
I'll try it.
Oh, boy, we changing that today.
I'll try it, but I'm picky on my sauces.
Are you?
Yeah, very.
You might hate it then. I'm like ma'am, can I get some extra tartar sauce? When the waitress brings out my fried fish, I'm that high maintenance person asking for extra.
They're the ones that's like, Joe, we got an extra tartar sauce.
Yeah, and then Joe spits in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, this is looking good already,
like,
right? You smell that?
Drooling, like,
Woo!
yeah.
It's gonna be good. So we're gonna flip them. It's been about maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes. They're already starting to crisp up nice. We're gonna flip these bad boys.
They're already white and flaky.
Yeah. I mean, they're pretty much cooked through already. This does not take long, which is why it's such a great thing to cook. Why it's such a great recipe, frying up crappie. It's minutes. We're talking minutes from start to finish. Especially kind of once you got everything dialed in and ready to go. Look at that, man. Look at that. Smells good, dude. You smell it?
Dude, it's
Woo!
good. I want to get my face so close to it, but then I'm like, if that pops, it's gonna burn.
Yeah, don't put your face in that.
Here.
It's a bad idea.
Oh, smells so good.
Woo! They are already almost done. Start getting these guys out. I'm actually not going to yet. I changed my mind. Just depends on how crispy you want it, right? Like, as a general rule, kind of high heat, low time is going to get you crispier fish. Low heat, not low heat, but lower heat and less time will get you done, but with a little bit more juiciness to them, I'd say. A little bit more forgiving on you, too, in terms of time. But these are looking fantastic, man. I'm going to flip this last big guy one more time, and then these are ready to come off. Man, that looks good. All right, these are ready to come off now. So we're putting them onto a paper plate with a couple paper towels down, and that's just to kind of soak up this extra oil, extra grease as they come off. Let them drain a little bit off the spatula. But I mean, a little extra oil never hurt nobody. Know what I'm saying, Max?
Yep.
Lord have mercy. These are about to be good, man. Woo-wee! That right there, y'all. Some golden, crispy, fried, fishy goodness. Stay tuned. We'll give you a taste test here shortly. All right, second batch, second round is done. Now we got Nene here, Madeline Moore, Max's sister. She actually does not like fish. We're going to make her taste this anyways. We're not asking for her opinion or permission. Look at this. Dude, Nene, if you don't like this, something wrong with you, girl. Fried crappie and cornmeal. This is a universal dish right here.
Well, you know.
I know, you're getting all nervous because you didn't think you were about to be famous on YouTube today and you would have done your hair different. I know how it is. Don't worry.
No, you really don't.
Don't worry. You're the most attractive person in this video, so you're all good. All right. This is done. This is done. Here we go, y'all.
I don't know. I think Bobby thinks I'm crazy now.
Girl, Bobby's thought you were crazy for a long time before today. Here we have a pile of steaming, crispy, crappie, cornmeal fried fillets in honor of my grandmother, my late grandmother, Georgia Burdell. This is how she taught me how to fry fish. This is going to be good. This is going to be real good. All right, so Max here just took it upon himself to go to the garden. By the garden, I mean the front yard, and pick some fresh rosemary. We're going to try that, y'all.
It look good?
It did look good.
Tastes good. That's why you wanted the ramekin.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Fried crappie. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking with us this long. We've got Madeline Moore, Max's sister, and Max Moore. About to try this stuff. I think it's going to be really good. Madeline does not like fish, so anything she says, disregard, but unless she likes it, in which case, exactly my point. You can't not like this stuff.
Yep.
Go ahead, guys. Go ahead.
I want that piece.
Just grab a piece. That was like batter.
Mm-hmm.
that was one of your beignets, as you call them,
Ew.
where just the batter hits the oil. All right, little piece of fish. I'm using some tartar sauce. To me, you can't have enough tartar, but actually, no. I'm gonna wait. Just try the fish by itself. See what it tastes like. Let's get some of that flavor.
Dude.
Not terrible.
At all.
Not terrible.
Nene?
Well, I will say.
I already am mad at you, but go ahead. Continue. Don't let me interrupt. Tastes like fish?
No. So, it's not bad. But I'm not gonna crave it. But it's not bad. So if you like fish, you should try this recipe.
That is a fish hater saying it's not bad. I'll take it. What do you think?
About this?
Yeah.
I don't know what she's talking about, but I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
Yeah, it's good, right? I'm gonna eat the rest of
I'll
it.
just take this to my house and...
And let's not get crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It's good, right?
I wouldn't order it off of a menu because I just don't do that, but
I'll accept that.
if I had to eat it.
But like, if you were starving in a coronavirus apocalypse,
Yeah.
you've had worse meals?
Yes.
I'll take it. My standards are pretty low. I'll take it.
Next to the boiled shit. Not using a fork. I don't even care.
Okay, how is it
Imagine
not
if she had
fishy,
smelled
though?
it before we...
Yeah,
Oh,
how is
gosh.
it not fishy tasting?
Because it's fresh, girl. It's not fishy tasting because it's fresh. If you put...
I find fresh fish fishy.
Well, it's not fishy because 2 cool guys you know cooked it.
Is that what it is?
Uh-huh.
The skepticism in your voice is offensive, Madeline. I just hope you know. For the record. I am offended. Dude, I'm gonna eat all this. I think it's delicious.
I'm not even talking because I'm so like
Yeah.
into it.
I like it. So that's it, y'all. How to fry up any fish. It doesn't matter what fish. It's best with white, flaky, mild meats to do it this way, but really it doesn't matter. You can't go wrong. Definitely catfish, crappie, walleye, largemouth bass, whatever you're frying up. This is a kind of fail-proof, idiot-proof recipe. Anyone's going to enjoy it.
There's your proof.
What are you, a comedian now? Get out of here. Who invited her? How did you get here? Ignore her. Delicious. If you have any questions about how we cooked it up, any specifics you were unclear on, go ahead, comment down below. And I don't blame you because we're not good at filming this catch and cook stuff. Like, we're just simple fishermen. But this is how we cook up our fish. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you have not already subscribed to Max More Fishing on YouTube, you're doing yourself a disservice. This kid is making his own lures, catching fish on them, cleaning the fish, cooking the fish up without me all the time. He does it from beginning to end. Check him out, Max More Fishing. There'll be a link down in the description, but it's super simple on YouTube. Search for Max More Fishing.
It's finger looking good.
Finger licking good.
It is pretty good. I am still
It's
eating.
not. Yeah, I was gonna say. I was trying not to jinx it, so she wouldn't notice that I noticed her enjoying this fish. But Madeline had mediocre reviews and then kept adding to her plate. So I mean, you know, I'm not saying this is the best fish of all time, but it might be the best fish of all time. What are you laughing at? It's not the best. It's not the best.
Best fish of all time. But it might be the best fish of all time.
Just saying, it ain't bad. It ain't horrible fish. Yeah, I mean, if they overlap a little bit, like the ends or whatever, it's fine. Just stick them on there wherever they fit. If they're a little wet, it's whatever.
Whatever.
What?
You said it's what. You said it's whatever. Get it?
Whatever. Wow. You're way too young to already be this good at dad jokes. You gotta be careful when you're flipping them. Be gentle. Like you're caressing a woman, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Max?
How do you know about that?
How do you know about that?
Those weeds on top of it make it.
The weeds. The weeds really make it, Max. Thanks for ravaging our flower beds.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. It's very, very thoughtful of you. Thanks, Madeline, for joining us. What a treat. Surprise guest. Celebrity guest. What do you need? Water? Oh. Oh, more tartar sauce, huh?
Well, I just felt bad because I'm
Because you eating more fish, huh?
because I'm still stealing off your plate.
Okay.
She was like, well, I don't know, but I'm just going to eat the rice. I'm going to do some more research.
I also think I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I gotta get like a napkin because I'm like.
Oh, I got you, bro. That's literally my whole strategy as a chef, is just find people that are starving to death and then feed them food. And they rarely hate it, you know what I mean?
Right? Yeah.
It's not bad though, right?
No.
Like for fish.
It's not. No, it doesn't taste fishy.
Yep.
Which is pretty impressive because
Yeah,
fish.
well, welcome to Field Trips, girl.
It's also freshwater fish. Freshwater fish isn't as fishy.
freshwater fish is way fishy.
You never eat freshwater
Max,
fish.
I grew up on freshwater fish. That's how I know it's fishy.
Boy, she been eating freshwater fish since she was in diapers, homie.
Well,
I used to go fishing with Dad and cook fish with him. We
You don't
fished
still wear
bass.
diapers, do you?
No.
And
That would prove your point.
well,
I was just being dramatic.